Hi, everybody. Okay, this is my third take. I thought I had it all together, but evidently I didn't. So I'm going to go back through it again. And, you can never have enough prayer and calling in the entities of love and things like that. You never can be too much for that. But how's everybody doing? I'm Vonda Guzman, All Things Spirit. And I am so happy to be here with you all today as we are celebrating moving forward. And so the topic today will be 1010 Portal. The 1010 Portal is time to let your light shine. A lot of times I forget, so I'm going to say it now. Will you please like, subscribe, and leave a comment and share. Now, the comments are down the bottom, so you just scroll all the way down past the other YouTubes, and then you'll see where you can leave a comment. And please leave a nice, kind comment, because everything you say to me, it means how you feel about you. Hey, what about that? Okay? So I just want to say thank you to the Holy Spirit today, and want to light a little bit of Palo Santo, and can never get enough of that, and want to light some of this. We want to call forth the Christ, and we want to call forth the Christ and Mother Mary and Mary Magdalene, Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Xenophon, yay, thank you, Ariel, Joviel, Uriel. Thank you, all the goddesses. Woo-hoo! Thank you, Holy Spirit. Thank you, Jesus the Christ. Yay. So let's just send this around all of us. Oh, wow, look at that. I don't know how it's looking to y'all, but it is so, so beautiful. Wow. Let's do this together. Yay. Let's do this together. Yay. Let's do this together. I just send forth a lot of love to you today, because I'm wobbly today. I just been wobbly most of the day. And then, people are calling, and I'm like, this is my day. I do this and that. Please let me do that. And people are still calling, and you have to be patient, and you have to be kind, and you have to say no when it's time to say no, or you have to let them know, don't do this again. And this is a good feeling for me, because I usually just, hush it, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm coming through the portal. Woo! Getting ready. Yes, we're naming this the 1010 Portal. It's time to let your light shine. So we welcome all love forces into this time right here with us. And we know we are never alone. We all know that, don't we? I'm never, ever, 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 ever alone. And I'm happy to know that today. But I still feel wobbly. But I got some tools, I did a few things, and so the tools are working. I took me some of my white chestnut. Took me some of that. I was feeling a little wobbly. I did affirmations, and one of them that really helps me is, I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. I feel healthy, I feel happy, I feel terrific. And I mean, after about 5 or 7 minutes of that, it just lifts your whole vibration. Just saying something good and kind and nice to yourself matters. Sometimes we don't use them, when we first get them, but we ought to use them, So I'm leaving that with you today. And again, the topic is the 1010 Portal. That means October the 10th, there's a portal. It's time to let your light shine. I love that, huh? What about you? I'm glad. Thanks for being here with me today. I see I'm getting some people on here, some views, and you don't know what's doing to my heart. Gotta take a breath before I stop. Forget where I'm on camera and everything. You know what I'm saying? But it's good when we can just let go sometimes. I mean, the Spirit has warned me. So don't think you're going to be containing yourself all the time on here. There's some things that we have to say and pray through you or whatever. So you're going to have to let the freedom come forth, So I'm working on it. I really am. So today we're dealing with the 1010 Portal. And what is portal? Well, a portal is a doorway. It's a gate or other entrance. Another entrance. You've been going through that entrance over there? Honey, Spirit got another entrance for you now. Hey! Especially a large and imposing one. That means can't nobody stop it. Okay? And it also means us as a collective. Not just individually, but collectively, we're going through this portal. Now, the portal is 1010. So, with your meditation this week, and meaning acts, how you guys doing your meditation? Some of us already been doing it, but some people are just breaking in. So, please take the time. It's getting down to the wire here. So, in this season of Libra, it's very important that we get this balance, we get this, a lot of justice is coming in this season. Yeah, we're in a place of justice. Justice, okay? And there's a lot of different ways that justice want to come to us. So be open, because there are things you may not even know, that's just going to pop in your mailbox, or a letter or phone call, or running into somebody or whatever. And if you want, play yourself a big digit. I mean, I don't know. But the 1010 is a 1 and a 1. So the 1 and a 1 can be also the portal or the gateway or the opening. So this is also a gateway to go through something. And that looks like a number 11, doesn't it? It makes it a twin, means you can go through something there. Hey, you could get through something. And also, it's empowering us. This 1010 is empowering us to manifest our desires, including being more independent. And that's what I'm learning: positivity, ambition, leadership, and new beginnings. And I say that because Shanika's not with me today. She usually sets everything up. So I don't know what you see behind you, whatever, but I pray it's all good. So, so the 1010 with the desires, everything is coming in. Leadership, new beginnings for all of us. New beginnings. Now, some people, new beginnings may not be, as positive as they want them to, but they're going to have to go through that channel to come in, because we're dealing with Pluto, death and transformation, death and rebirth. It don't mean you're dying literally, even though it's a lot of people that would probably fly up on out of here. But Pluto, and then you got Saturn, father of structure, governments, institutions, religious institutions. Let's call a thing a thing. I don't want to skip anything. Religious institutions, I know better. Leaders, old structures. This is Saturn, okay? And it's time for the structures, or should I say, our world to be restructured. Let's put it like that. And so with this 1010 portal, I ask that you all take some time that day and do yourself a special meditation for your heart and for your mind, for your spirit, okay? Because, like I said, it's empowering us now to accomplish something of ourselves, to give us some success, anything we put our heart to. Okay, whatever you're putting your heart and your mind to, and the universe will approve of your plans and decisions where you can take action. Okay, so this is a good thing. Now, one of my teachers who I really honor, Amanda Ellis, she's breaking it down, and she's calling it breaking the chains. Breaking the chains. And it is. We're breaking up stuff. Things that need to be out of the way. Out of your heart, out of your mind, out of your very being, out of your everyday thought pattern. We need to get it out of the way. And that's what's happening. My. I hope my speakers aren't too loud, because last week I think they were a little loud, huh? And so this is bringing us into a life of not about just winning and losing. This is bringing us into a life of living and loving. And a little better life there, living and loving, because love is all that there is. There's nothing else but love. So look at what's occurring in you. Look at what's occurring in you, what you are not feeling so comfortable with right now. What is it? Talk to me. Talk to me. What you're not feeling so comfortable with right now, or who you're not feeling so comfortable, even if it's with yourself, or your mate, or your girlfriend, or your boyfriend, or your husband, or your job, or where you go to worship this, that, and that, because a lot of that stuff is just breaking down. It's breaking down. is breaking down, and we have to take the initiative to be with ourselves while this breakdown is coming in. Because the best thing you can do now is to be with you. Yes, be with yourself. Go inside yourself. Get these meditations and take that time to reflect on your own heart. Just reflect on what you know is happening inside of you. You know what's happening. Nobody can hide that from you. You feel it. I feel it. I feel some things. I say, well, I just can't do that like that anymore. I just can't do it. I just can't continue to be so available anymore. Because you call yourself, it takes a friend to be a friend, but you look around, you're always the available one. I was like, girl, stop it. So I'm doing, that inner work that is helping me to move out of some of my patterns. This is what we can look at now. Look at some of our own patterns, how we are receiving and how we're giving out. I mean, what am I doing that, maybe not so good for another person? I call myself being conscious. I call myself being watchful of what I do or what I say or how I say it, or say nothing at all, because I've gone through so much that brought me, really into a beautiful place of humility. And that's one of the things that we're going to have to embrace now. We have to embrace that humility. That's where we're coming into the surrender mode. You can surrender better when you have that power of humility. It's a virtue. Yeah, when somebody can do that and you just look at, okay. I think that's what Jesus was sharing when he was going through, and he was just looking, because he knew his purpose. Now, if I know that this is my purpose is to, to kind of like humble myself under the mighty hand of love, that love will exalt me in due season. And I'm just going to look at you and say, go ahead, shoot your best shot. What goes around comes around. All that kind of stuff, And you humble yourself. You humble yourself to love. You say, if it takes this, then, whether I like it or not, whether I understand it or not, I'm just ready to move forward. I'm just available to more good than I've ever realized, imagined, manifested, or even experienced before and beyond what anybody else has. I'm available to love. I want to see myself through the eyes of love. I want to see others through the eyes of love, but I've got to see myself first through the eyes of love. I was riding with the band members. I came back here in 2016 when I was just visiting before I got back, and I was doing a show. And one of the guys, he plays at the church and goes to, at some church or something out in Columbia somewhere. But anyway, he said, you know what? He said there's one scripture in the Bible that we could take out. He said the rest of it, we could just be done with it. I was like, huh? What is that? He said, love the Lord with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And then love your neighbor as yourself. Oh, that thing shook me. Oh, just tickling my ear. That did you. Oh, my goodness. And the reason why we're walking around and running around and treating, the reason why people are walking around and running around and treating people like dung is because that's how they're treating themselves. If you knew better, you'd do better. And this 1010 portal is going to help you. Because we had September the 28th. Remember now, the new moon in Libra. There you go. Scales. Libra. Woo. Scales. Get the balance. Woo. Woo. So and we had that. So from the 28th, we've had 16 days of working on things that mean something to us. Things that we know we need to discard, get out of our life, out of our psyche, patterns, ways. Also, we know that there's some situations that we no longer are feeling comfortable in, that we just want to be free of. And maybe somebody else don't want to be comfortable in that situation with us, and they want to be free of. But we have to be the allowers. We have to allow that, And so this is a good time to let me see if I have to really sing this song. You know, I'm. Can I sing it? Yeah. I'm looking at the woman in the mirror. Woo. I'm asking her to change her way. Woo. No message could get any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, take a look at yourself and make that change. Woo. Make that change. So that's what the 1010 portal is for. Now, it starts the 10th of October, as of the 7th, 8th, and 9th, 3 days before, and 3 days after, is the portal energy. And so we have a lot of squares going on, a lot of different things going on in the planets. Don't want to get into that with you, but just want to say the energies, may not feel so, so take breaths. Yeah. Take them breaths as we're going through these days, okay? And realize that it's just a time to totally surrender, to totally work with humility. These are virtues. See if you can't be a little bit more conscious. I was going someplace the other day, I had all these bags and was going through a door, and the people were just standing there just looking. And I thought, wow, that's deep. And, I got through the door all right and stuff, but I just thought, they don't really know any better. They're not even conscious. They're just standing, they're just into their own world, their own little world. But guess what? We've all been shook up, baby. Oh, yeah. It's going to be on like popcorn. You better believe it. Take that to the bank. On like popcorn. You can add salt and butter with it if you want to. I'd rather not. It's just going to be on as it is. I just think, except whatever I got to learn and grow through. I don't need to add nothing else to it. But this is a time for us to really understand that meditation, and I'm here. I keep talking about meditation because I keep hearing, don't get off of meditation. Don't get off of meditation. Stay on it, because you talk about meditation one time, then you come and talk about something. But just let the people understand that this is a meditative time, And like I said, life is about, living and loving, not winning and losing. This is a time where we have to definitely get into being ourselves. Get into being ourselves. And it's not going to be easy. But you have to feel into it, Just got to feel into that vibration. You got to feel into it. What no longer serves me. You got to feel into it. How can I move forward? How can I allow myself to be all that I am here to be? By feeling into the whole thing. Feel into it. Feel into it. That was something I wanted to share. This is my prayer packet, but I'm not into that yet. But I have something in here. It's an affirmation. Yeah. And a good affirmation is, it is safe for me to be powerful. I accept my God-given power to be used in the service of light and love. You say, I want to serve from a place that's greater than me. Not just a place. I want to serve from a place that's greater than me. And so in serving from a place greater than me, I am able to come here and say to you, that we are on our way. Good things are happening to us. Great things are happening to us. And no matter what it is that we have to move through, we can move through it with ease, with grace, with spiritual dignity. Let's do it like that. Let's say it together. I move through this portal with ease and with grace and with spiritual dignity. And you want to know why we have to do it like that? It's because we're coming into 2020. Yay! 2020. Now, what does 2020 remind you of? You know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of 2020 vision. Yeah, vision. 2020. I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. I can see all obstacles that was in my way. And I got to working on all of them. Hey! So it's going to be a bright, sunshiny day. Now, it's not going to look like it. That's why we have to work on our meditations and keeping ourselves in place and doing, whatever we can do. We got tools. And I'm coming in with some modalities for us too. Some tools that we can use to help us through this. And one of the things that I'm happy about is that 2020 is a time where, you're going to see stuff, have you ever seen a big sore pus on somebody's hand, or on their leg or something, and you see that big sores right there. Then they go somewhere and they bust it. Ooh, you talking about ookie. It looks ookie. So, but, okay, you get to cleaning that thing. That's why I say we have to clean. We have to clean. We have to clean our own consciousness out, our own ways out. Jealousy, enviness, hate, judgment, deceitfulness. We got to clean. And then you clean, and you clean, and you clean. And then you know what? You look around one day, and you look at where that sore was. You can't even see where it was. It's cleaned. So this portal time, in just these few days, are really giving us a chance to clean. So that when we moving into this 2020 and you got that conjunction it's either the 12th or the 13th of January where Pluto and Saturn is coming together. I heard that and I read and I studied some of it. It said we haven't had this in 500 years. And I heard somebody else say 7 or 8. But most of the people that I've studied from and from what I went in and looked, it said 500 years. This conjunction, joining, these two joining together, hasn't happened in 500 years. And you could go back even further than that too. So what we want to do is we want to look at this patriarch that we're living under. It has to change. Just this whole piece. It has to change. And it's not going to change so drastically, but some drastically, because Saturn's is, doesn't, move real fast. I mean, it takes about 29 and a half years to go around the chart. But Pluto even takes long. It takes about 248 years to go around the chart. So Saturn will stay in your sign for 2.5 years, close to 3. And then we have a Saturn return. And that's when things that we no longer need just got to go. Because Saturn is the father, the rewarder. Okay, you do this right, I'll reward you. I promise. And so Saturn and Pluto together, Pluto saying, yeah, but some of that stuff is old. Some of them structures, they've been around long enough, okay? So we're going to have to do away with that because, I'm the one dealing with the death and transformation up in here. So we're working this thing together, all right? Even though we're in Capricorn, which is Saturn's ruling planet, but we're working it together. Pluto's ruling planet, is Scorpio. They go deep. Real deep. I got some Scorpios in my family. Oh, baby, they go deep. They want to know what? Huh? How did that? What? Where? They like to go deep, And so what we want to do is we want to just acknowledge today that we're going to take these few days and we're going to go a little deeper. Is that all right with you? It's all right with me. And I want to leave you with an affirmation. And this is the affirmation that I do. I just don't want to miss anything. I'm used to doing them, but because sometimes you're on a camera, you're so in, you get. I better put this in my hand. Oh, thank you for helping me focus my thoughts completely on joy and the desire to be connected to divine love. I am so grateful that all of my needs are so carefully addressed instantly. Now we're going to change and say, thank you for helping us focus our thoughts completely on joy and the desire to be connected to divine love. We are so thankful that all of our needs are so carefully addressed instantly. And with that, I'm going to close out. And I'm going to say today that I am loving you. I love you already. And I thank you again for subscribing, for liking, for sharing, and and you can go down and you'll see hit comment. You can go down and just leave a nice comment, because most of the people just leaving me comments on the messenger, because so far that's how I know to send them out. So I don't really know much yet. I've got to study more, but I've been a little wobbly the last couple of days. And just taking care of things, you got family members, and a couple of things that have to be done. But I'm just thankful and grateful to you. And you just want to close this prayer out with just honoring our hearts today. Just bring your hands to your heart. Now, your heart may be feeling jolly, but what about the person's heart that have a broken heart today? Maybe loved one just passed over, or maybe there's something just happened to somebody they cared for a lot, or maybe something's going on and somebody doesn't have a job right now, or maybe somebody don't have a home. All kinds of things are happening. So we just take our hands and put it on our hearts today. Just hold everybody in the light. Hold everybody in the light. Like Dr. Johnny, my confidant, my friend, my good friend, always said, it works if we work it. And she always closed that with, the light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. And the presence of God watches over us. And wherever we are, God is. Because love is all that there is. So be it. Namaste.